What's up, Eagles Nation? This is Bry with Eagles Real Talk. The Fly is covering the Eagles in the game. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to get straight into the mid-season grades. Who's been performing the best, who has the highest grades. We're going to start at the offense, the defense, the coaches. Then we're going to go individually. But before we do, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Get down with ERT. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so the offense. Let's start at the top. Offense, their grade is going to be an A minus. Okay, I feel like this offense has been hitting and clicking on all cylinders this year. I feel like obviously it's been led by Jalen Hurts, who is an MVP candidate. In my opinion, he is the midseason MVP as well. That'll be for another day as far as the midseason awards. Today we're going to be giving out grades, and the offense is an A minus. With the additions of AJ Brown, it's completely catapulted this offense to the next level. And with that said, I just have so much fun watching this offense now. It's probably the most fun I've had watching the Eagles play on offense since the Super Bowl year in 2017. So, and with that said, I also think we're better than we were that year. I feel like Jalen Hurts is a better leader than Carson Wentz was. I feel like he's less prone to turn over the ball with only 3 turnovers. I think Shane Steichen is, calling up a great game plan, and whether he's, collabing with Nick Sirianni, however it's being delegated, they're taking care of business, and this offense is, I feel like we're the best offense in the league pound for pound. So I'm going to give us an A minus. That's the run game is killing it. Offense is passing all over the field. We pretty much can do whatever we want. It's really pick your poison. On to the defense. So the defense is right around that, I would feel they're pretty much balanced with the offense, but we've had some problems on defense with the run game. Maybe that's because Jordan Davis is hurt, but last game against Houston, we got ran on by Dameon Pierce, and we have some big name running backs coming up on the pipe. So we have to get that together. But with that said, I'm giving the defense a B plus. They're right around that A minus A category. But for now, I'm gonna give them a B plus because that can that gives them some time to get better, and we can always get better as a team in whole. But the defense, if we can shore up that run defense side of it, I feel like we'll be probably the best defense in the league, because on the outside, we know Slay and Bradbury are taking care of business. No one's passing on us. And the pass rush is getting there. The pass rush is definitely getting there. It's been consistent. We're causing havoc with Hassan Reddick and, the boys up front. So I've been very excited. It's going to be cool to see Quinn, start to get, more acclimated with the defensive scheme and, getting more snaps in there. Because if you watch the snaps that he's getting to the quarterback. He's got hella bend coming around that edge, and I feel like Quinn could definitely take this this pass rush to the next level. But they get a B plus for now. Special teams. Now, special teams obviously isn't, our strong point, as a team. I give them a C minus. Clay, he's a young guy, young coach. I feel like he hasn't had, much influence on them for the better. I feel like he's just like managing those guys. So I feel like the special teams, I wish we would have made a move for a legit punt returner and kick returner. Covey, he's solid back there, but he just doesn't display that quickness and speed that he did in college. So I'm going to give special teams a C minus and leave it at that. Sirianni, I give Sirianni an A. He's been a leader of men. He's been taking care of the team. He's been barking at the refs. He stands up for his team on the podium. I just love Nick Sirianni as this team's head coach, and he's formed a great identity on this team, and he's sitting at an A for me. The OC, offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, A as well. He has been calling a hell of a game script. Him and Hurts seem to be on the same page. This team is doing well on the offensive side of the ball in general, and I think OC Shane Steichen, who possibly could be getting some head coach offers this offseason, is doing one hell of a job. Now on to the defense, Gannon. Last year I had a lot of problems with Gannon. I feel like he was a front runner in some cases, but this year, and maybe it's the personnel, maybe it's having better linebackers, maybe it's having two shutdown corners, but for the most part, Gannon's been calling a pretty damn good game script himself, making the adjustments when he needs to, and I'm gonna give Gannon a B. I think he's been doing a solid job. Can he get better? Yes. Should he have been maybe stacking the box against teams with their quarterback like Davis Mills, who's not prone to dice anybody up in the pass game? We probably should have put more in the box and put more emphasis on the rush defense, especially with Jordan Davis out. That's the kind of thing that can get him from a B to an A. But as of now, he's doing a B. Solid job. Now let's get the individuals, and we're going to run through this. So let's start off with the top. Hurts. Jalen Hurts, man. What can I say? He's an MVP candidate. He's been handling his business. Only thrown 2 picks. One wasn't even his fault. It went off of Kenny G's hands. It was just a bad drop for him. So he's really only got 1 interception that I remember him throwing. That was a bad pass. And then he's only got 1 fumble, which he got last game. So he's been taking care of the ball. He's been moving the ball upfield, either by ground or air. I said in my last video, he's like the UPS. He'll get it to the end zone, either by ground or by air, and he's been doing that. A.J. Brown, now he's an A. He's borderline A+ for me. He's came in and he's done his due diligence, okay? So he has 718 yards catching. He's been handling his business. Let's see how many receptions. He has, 43 receptions in 8 games. He's definitely going to eclipse that 1,000-yard mark. I feel like he's going to get somewhere 1,500 yards for the year. And he's also been catching touchdowns, 6 touchdowns. He leads the team in reception touchdowns. So AJ, he's borderline A+, but for now I'll leave him at an A. Next on the list, let's go to Devontae. So Devontae, I thought he was going to have a better year than what he's had. He's not terrible by any means, but I feel like Skinny Batman could be doing a little bit more as far as like being a deep threat on this team. So I'm going to give him a B-. For Quez, I'm going to give Quez a C+. Quez is doing what he's asked to do. Could he have more long catches? Yes, but the point of emphasis is definitely to, methodically move the ball up. And when Hurts sees something, open downfield, he's going to strike. So maybe going forward, as it gets a little colder, maybe we can chuck it out to him a little bit more, and he can get some long touchdowns. But I'm going to give Quez a C+. He's been doing what he's got to do. Now, Goddard. Goddard's been handling his business. Goddard, I have him as the 3rd best tight end in the league, behind Kelsey and Andrews on the Ravens. He's right up there. I'm going to give Goddard a B+. He could be at that A, A grade at the end of the year when we do this again. But right now, midseason, he's B+. Out there handling this business. Definitely one of the top tight ends in the league, and he's put the league on notice as far as being an elite tight end. Miles Sanders. Now, I've been very impressed with Miles Sanders. Let's pull him up. I'm going to give Miles an A. Okay, Miles Sanders has 656 yards rushing. Okay, he has 131 attempts, and he's averaging 5 yards a carry. So pretty much, if we give him the ball, 2, most 3 times, in a row, we're going to get that first down. He's running behind the best offensive line in the game, and he's handling his business. Last year, he had 0 touchdowns. This year, he has 6. Okay, so I would like to get him a little bit more passes, pass attempts. Maybe we will do that going forward. But right now, Miles Sanders has been an A back in this league. He's been one of the best running backs in the NFL. Top 5, 10 range for sure. Let's go down to, let's just talk about the offensive line as a whole. Now, I'm going to give the offensive line a B+. Yes. Could they be an A? Could they be an A-? Yeah, but last game, Jordan Mailata, he showed, that he was having some trouble with some quickness on the edge. So that alone dropped it from an A to a B+ for me. Are we an A offensive lineman? Are we one of the best, if not the best in the league? Yes, but I still feel like this offensive line can do even more, if that makes any sense. I feel like we can push the envelope, get some more push on that O-line, protect Jalen Hurts just a little bit better, especially on the edge of that left tackle position. But don't get it twisted. Lane Johnson, best right tackle in the league. Jason Kelsey, best center in the league. Overall, it's a great offensive line. Let's get into the defense. Hassan Reddick. Let's do the 3 additions on defense. So we got Hassan Reddick. I'm gonna give him an A. He's been great for us. Sacks. Last game, he even dropped in coverage and saved a touchdown on that deflection. Hassan has been great. CJ Gardner, what can I say? I'm gonna give him a B+, and that's only because he can't tackle. But as a safety, being a ball hawk, he's an A+. 5 interceptions on the year. I think he's definitely gonna eclipse that 10 mark. Probably end the year around 11, 12 interceptions. He's been doing his thing at the safety position, and we need to pay that man. We need to give him a bag and keep him in Philly so he doesn't, bounce this offseason. Bradbury. What can I say about Bradbury? He's an A. Him and Slay are both A. You can't go wrong with those two on the outside. They're shutting down everybody. If they give up a reception, it's usually 4 or 5 yards. They're not giving up many first downs, and they're damn sure not giving up no touchdowns. So this secondary, best in the league. They're both getting an A for me. Okay, let's talk about the D-line. The D-line is at a B. Like I talked about earlier with the offensive line, room for improvement overall, and it's in the run game, the run defense. We got ran on last week. Like I said, Jordan Davis is out, and yeah, he's our best run stopper. But regardless, we have enough strength on that defensive line. We shouldn't be getting gashed like how we've been getting gashed. So hopefully Gannon will clean that up, and the defensive line can start clicking. I'll give this team an overall grade now. So the overall grade for the Philadelphia Eagles is an A. How can I give them less than an A when we're 8-0, about to go 9-0 against a division rival? This offense, defense, coaching staff, GM. If we're gonna give someone an A+, it's Howie Roseman. Okay, Howie Roseman has assembled an Avengers-like team for us. You know what I mean? He's like Nick Fury up there, assembling this roster. And, he's assembled the Avengers for us. And I can't wait to see, how far this team goes in the playoffs and hopefully to the Super Bowl. That's going to do it for me. This is the mid-season grades. If you haven't already and you made it this far in the video, you might as well hit that subscribe button and leave a like on this video. It helps get picked up in the algorithm and seen by even more Eagles fans like yourself. So I'm going to be coming back to you tomorrow with a preview for our Monday night game, along with some more videos, some mid-season award videos. But until the next time, fly Eagles fly, go Birds, and that's Bryce signing off. Keep it real always. Peace out.